Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Hey, everybody out there, and welcome back to the brand new podcast, Are You Garbage? I am your host, H. Foley. Sitting directly across from me is my number one, my co-host, my sidekick, my side chick. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kevin James Ryan.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy to be here. I like how you welcomed everybody back to the first episode, which I think is impossible. But
I don't believe I said welcome back. I was
did.
very cautious of that.
You did. You fumbled the first pass. I get it, though.
Time is a flat circle.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Very nice, Kevin. And, of course, sitting to our immediate right is our inauguratory guest here on Are You Garbage? Okay, good friend of ours. Started on the Philly comedy scene together. He's up here doing pretty good things, okay? Not falling behind, not showing off. Good pal of ours, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ian Fidance.
Hi, everybody. Good to be here. Thank you for having me on the first episode. It's an honor. And even more than that, I just feel blessed to have Foley give us both backhanded compliments
I know, right?
on his intro.
Yeah.
My sidekick.
Yeah, like you don't think he wrote that? He wrote that 3 weeks ago, this
He's
fucking
not
guy.
doing great, but he's not
Yeah.
doing bad.
Right
Give it up for middle-of-the-road Fidance, you stupid fat piece of shit.
The meaty
Holy
part of
cow.
the meaty...
Gang, today is what we all really, really enjoy. It's the holidays. It's a time for another family episode here on the podcast. We have an old pal here with us today.
And he's got a weird energy, I gotta tell you. It's
Not the guy you want coming over for he's the uncle's friend that shows up for Thanksgiving.
This guy-
His name's Jerry.
This
Sits in the
guy
corner.
is high strung right now. Buddy, fucking take a breath. Your face is red.
He needs a cup of decaf and a hot meal, I'll tell you that.
Some Nicorette gum.
He's episode number 1, El Numero Uno. Our old pal going to sit in with us while we do a little bit of fan questions. It's a family episode. We got the cookies out on the table because we got a little company. Give it up for Ian Fidance, everybody.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm just
Ian.
chomping at the bits to fucking talk.
Pulling off
Jesus
his
Christ.
corduroy jacket.
That hour-long intro.
Foley's
Jesus
getting
Christ.
really long-winded in the intro.
Holy hell. Aunt Tootie's upstairs making a macaroni and cheese, and she went to the store earlier.
There's no Aunt Tootie.
She ended up getting some Jell-O, and then she forgot to get the Baskin Robbins.
There really is an Aunt Tootie. It's Brian Six's Aunt Tootie.
I had an Aunt Cookie.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
What was her poison? What'd she like?
Yeah.
Oh my
She didn't
God.
play it
She was
straight.
on something.
She looked like Elizabeth Taylor, and people would ask her for her autograph, and she'd sign a cookie.
Oh my
I'm
God.
Cookie. Don't you forget it.
Yeah.
Those rubes in Delaware.
Wasn't
Jesus
it?
Christ.
Wasn't
What
it?
the fuck?
All hopped
What's
up on paint
Elizabeth
thinner.
Taylor doing in fucking
Truly,
Wilmington?
I forget if her name was Cookie or what. I think it was Cookie. She's been
It wasn't
dead for a
Cookie.
long time.
I mean, it wasn't
Aunt
legally
Cookie. No, her
Cookie.
name was Carmela.
Aunt Baby.
Aunt Carmela.
Aunt Carmela.
Yeah,
Ah.
Aunt Carmela.
Carmela's a hard name, I'll tell you that.
You had a rough paper out if you were Carmela.
Yeah.
I had another Aunt Carmela, but I called her Aunt Pesty because she would
She was an exterminator.
She was always bothering me.
So I was grabbing
She
your
was all
cock.
pesty. She was grabbing my face, stroking my
Did ever-
cock. You know? Give me that little boy penis.
Keep her hands
You know,
up.
Why do you think I'm so high strung? I'm thinking Aunt Pesty.
This guy's got a
Started putting duct tape around my underwear. Couldn't keep this broad out of the goods, you know what I mean?
Oh my
started
God.
wearing suspenders at a young age.
Thing is that being garbage isn't determined by money or social class. It's just the kind of habits that you develop,
Well,
that you get from your parents, or that your parents might not be like. I don't really think my parents are trash, but I know I'm trash.
Well, my thing is, I have a joke about this, about how we're all garbage, but the good thing about garbage is that you can recycle. So no matter how bad you are, you can always change
Just
and
threw
be
up in my
something
mouth a
better.
little bit.
No, I understand for sure. For
You
sure.
know?
Yeah.
That's like something.
Do you think, so you do think you're garbage?
Well, that's
'Cause we were
why
having-
that's,
we were talking
that's
about
why I shove cans up my ass and puke up cardboard. Recycling plant.
Yeah,
Re-
what's
re-
it-
regular
You sound
landfill
like an
over
inner
here.
city 8th grade teacher.
I used
That's
to
why
be
we-
one.
Oh my God!
Yes,
right.
I
Yeah, I
used
forgot.
to be one.
Wait, you actually taught?
Yes.
No, you
I taught
didn't.
the inner city since I was like fucking in college.
All right, take it easy, Joe Brown. What's his name?
Joe Clark.
Joe Clark, I couldn't pull it either.
I truly, when I was a teacher, I thought it was a
got a
mixture of
mega-
Joe Clark and Michelle Pfeiffer. I thought if I carried a bat and wore a leather jacket and sat backwards, I would change
Or a
Yeah,
leather
for sure.
skirt, baseball bat and a leather skirt. The kids didn't know what to think. Where were you a teacher?
New York City.
Hold
baby.
on, wait, hold on.
They'll hire anybody.
I taught in.
You-
I taught in.
Did you went
4
to
to 5
NYU?
boroughs. Yeah.
You went to NYU and graduated from NYU.
5 years. I took a victory lap.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
think-
Talk about garbage. I fucking.
Hey,
had
well,
to-
he didn't even fucking. He left college to follow Fish on
I
tour.
skid-
Dude,
That'll-
talk about garbage. I had to take a semester of all incompletes because I was just drinking alone all the time, and then told all my professors I was in rehab and sold everything I had for drugs.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on, because
And I didn't know at the time that I was having alcohol withdrawals, so when I went in the room, I was just naturally shaking. So they like really took me serious.
Yeah, shit. That's like I want to finish this.
Yeah, that's like the bag of fat from Fight Club that they pull out.
Yeah.
you've
the
eaten
surgeries
on the
in it.
toilet?
Yeah, dog. Name a thing, I've done it. Name a thing, I guarantee I've done it.
Sex with a dog.
You are close to that dog of yours.
It's a cat,
Oh, I think you have a dog too.
and I
though.
kiss him on the lips.
Yeah, no, you get a little weird with those animals.
I love animals.
Yeah.
No, but I practiced kissing on my dog when I was younger. I would,
How old?
Not with my
22?
mouth, but just like
That's
having
it. I'm
my
leaving
arm around
Delaware.
it
One more for the
and
road.
be
Toots.
like, how do you do this with a girl? And like lean in and then be like, I love you, like that. But I wish it was a girl.
That's pretty good.
But I never had sex with an animal.
What's the
I would hope
trashiest
so.
thing
I
you've done?
did something recently.
I used to feed my cat.
Oh God.
Well, I used to feed. I had a dog and a cat, and he used to eat the dog food. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna feed him dog food. So they would like eat out of the same bowl, whatever. And I had to go away to fucking detox, and I had my neighbor watch my cat. And at the same time, I would make myself tuna and avocado sandwiches every day. So I'm gone.
This guy.
God, it's like a car. I'm bracing.
I'm gone, and I come back, and the cat is just screaming at the cabinet next to the dishes, pawing at him. I'm like, what the fuck? She fed him the tuna every day. He's spoiled, and I'm like, you dumb bitch, it's dog food, not tuna. And she goes, how could a human eat that much tuna? It was just a cabinet full of tuna. And
What?
the cat's got PTSD because he's getting spoiled for a week.
What?
Because I can't fucking handle my alcohol.
What kind of life are you living where you're fucking, you gotta go to detox, you're eating strictly tuna and avocado sandwiches, and your cat's eating dog food?
Fuck.
Dude, that is
And I'm living next to a public pool. I cut the barbed wire out so I could hop in at night and go for a swim.
dude, this guy's bonkers.
Living off River Road in Delaware, baby, in an old farmhouse.
High protein, no good for you, huh?
Shout out to
Holy shit.
Warren. He used to knock money off my rent because I was a groundskeeper.
My God.
Woo! It was a wild time in Delaware, boys. Hot time in Delaware.
Who eats that much tuna?
Yeah, she was like, that's inhuman.
Dude, you know you're in a bad situation when your cat's eating dog food. That's like a telltale sign you gotta go to rehab.
Send that thing to therapy. So both of you should be at rehab.
So I'm eating tuna fish and he's eating dog food.
Can we share a room, please? We're writing a treatment together.
Dude. That's literally.
Cut that. So, dude, the yurt was awesome, man. We loved it.
How
It
big's
was
the
such a
yurt?
good time.
The yurt, they had yurts at fucking Casey and Robbie's wedding.
Probably the size of this fucking studio.
Yeah, it's like
It
a
was
big.
great.
The guy
it's like a
lives.
big
The
tent.
guy lives there full time.
No, he's got 2 yurts.
Oh,
He's
small
doing
one-
well for himself.
It's the
He's
lead.
not some 1 year bozo.
It's a lead singer of the Lumineers, Wes Schultz.
Oh, that
I'm
guy.
buddies with him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I started-
He's loaded.
yeah.
I started following him on Instagram.
He's great, dude.
Nice dude.
Yeah,
Good kid.
I got the album.
Love
if you
that
wanna
song.
Listen to it.
Don't
new
be
album
saying
comes
that.
out.
No,
No,
what are you
for us.
doing?
Sorry. Shout out Wes. You're the best.
Shout out Wes.
Good looking kid too.
Handsome.
And let me know about this yurt future weekend plans.
Dude, we could go up there. That'd be a great time. Doing a pod from the yurt.
Yurt pods.
Yurt pods. Let's do it.
I'll be at
Foley,
that.
I don't
Foley's
know
not
if-
an outdoorsy kind of guy.
Yeah, and also I don't know if you could fit.
we could build one around you. we can make one out of your t-shirts.
Got my own yurt. What's inside the yurt?
It's awesome, dude. You walk in, there's like a little table, wood burning stove, couch, and then it has like a
Fridge?
the bed, fridge, countertop, little area for cups and coffee and stuff.
Cutting mutton?
What?
I don't know.
What is a cutting mutton?
What is a cut? He thinks that mutton is a meat, and you're cutting mutton.
It sounds like 50s slang for fucking.
Yeah. You
These
got
two
to make
are-
out point and cut some mutton?
Yeah, I come home from work early. She's in there cutting mutton with the mailman. I said, listen, doll, you're out on the streets. They don't cutting mutton when I'm here.
Yeah, so it was great. Little bedroom, really nice. Awesome.
Very
Great
cool.
time. Dude, I love going to the woods in the morning. The sun's coming up. You just get some coffee, cigarette, out in nature. Oh my God.
It's crazy that you know the lead singer of the Lumineers.
I know. Isn't that
Yeah, how
wild?
did that happen, by the way?
He saw me do stand-up at Greenwich Comedy Club years ago,
Really?
and dug me.
He
and
was
we
at
talked
Greenwich?
afterwards. Yeah, they couldn't get into the cellar, so they went down to Greenwich.
Barker's got him.
And yeah, I know, right? And all there was like 12 people there, and every comic was going up, and they're like, "Oh, this is so bad. No one's here," and blah blah. And I went
But
up.
not Ian.
Yeah.
Gave him the
me.
show,
Ba- ba-
right?
ba-
I went up like it was Madison Garden, and I
What is
and I-
Madison Garden?
Madison Square Garden. I didn't have time to say all the words, so it's called Word
Madison
Economy,
Garden's a
Kev.
restaurant your family got kicked out of when you were a kid.
Yeah.
When you're here, you're not family. So I go and I'm like, are you really in the Lumineers? He's like, yeah. I was like, look, man, I was in Scott in high school. I get it. And
God.
Shit, do you know the pie tasters?
had a good time, and we talked afterwards, exchanged numbers. Then we just been buddies ever since.
I remember
Nice.
you brought him
Such
to a
a-
show at New York Comedy Club that we were both on.
Yes,
Did not
yes.
introduce me.
Yeah, I did.
Nope.
I
Standing
never
right
did.
there, not introduced.
No.
This is pre-AYG, though.
No.
Now you got a little cachet when you're walking around.
Yeah.
No,
Did not.
Henry.
Him and his girl got out of the cab. I was standing right
But we
there
were
with
in a
you.
rush because they got there late,
No.
and we had to get them in.
No.
Yes, I remember that distinctly.
Yeah, iced me.
No, I didn't. Don't ever fucking say that. I wouldn't
Uh-oh.
ice you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you gonna beat me up, brass knuckles? Huh? He put some on.
T-Bone, get him.
Toby.
I did wear suspenders at
Oh,
a very young
God.
age. I loved it.
Man, you
So a
were
little
probably
wedgie, give you a little spring in your step,
a
walking down the street.
goofball of a kid running
Oh
around.
man, I've seen
You're like
some
a
of
little.
those-
You're like a little kid that wears a suit. I can see that.
Every picture day I wore a suit. Every picture day I was the best looking kid on the block.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
probably always talked in rhymes and riddles and stuff.
Oh my God, yeah, totally. You
Wanted
know?
to be a magician for a little while.
I had a cousin who was a magician. He was the Ronald McDonald.
He's dead
What was
now.
his name?
Brian Reboyne.
I didn't mean in real life. I meant his
Not a lot of showmanship behind that one.
Oh, dude, we used to get. We
He
used
wasn't
to get.
in Vegas.
The
I take it.
okay, Brian McBoyne, everybody.
I think he's here.
Dude, can I tell you a thing about invitations to a wedding?
What?
So talking about being garbage, I've had a tendency to like really isolate and like extract myself from like friends. And I mean, I've done it with you guys.
Have you ever gone to
know
a
what I
wedding
mean?
and not given a gift?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
It's a fucking
Dude,
dirtbag.
so
man.
for
so
sure.
a guy,
I did it to somebody that's like a family friend, and I hadn't seen him in like 20 years, and I saw him because when my aunt passed away, he came to the funeral, and I got a real strong feeling
He ain't over it.
No,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just like that.
Dude,
fucking-
I showed up, I danced, I got sauced up, I made everyone have a fun time. That's a better gift than
Then
fucking
yeah.
That's
giving
what you
these
leave
rich people
feeling?
cash.
That's what a garbage person tells himself.
Yeah,
You
totally.
don't need my 25
Totally.
bucks. I
Well,
was
dude,
out
that-
there.
I had to pay for parking.
Yeah,
that-
moving
that-
and shaking. I
gotta-
took the
Oh,
bus
dude!
here.
For
I had
one
to rent a
wedding
suit.
gift, I took my buddy and his
You're
wife out to
fucking
the
trash.
Cheesecake Factory. That
Oh
was
my
gift to
god!
them. I never had money. What do you want?
I mean, that's a fucking.
You know, you gotta-
that's they probably hated
You
that.
gotta
thing.
improvise.
They hated that gift.
Cheesecake Factory's delicious.
Oh my god, that's
Dude,
fucking
I've
terrible.
never
So-
given a gift. It's always
It's always
cash.
cash.
Oh, you
check,
always get
gauge.
I'd rather have cash or whatever.
Foley's mom asked me where I was registered. I told him JG Wentworth. It's my money and I need it now.
Oh my God.
Ship that fucking cash.
Rent a center.
He's not registered anywhere.
No.
Why are you doing this so fast?
He's not doing it fast.
You just got engaged 3 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
The day Cotton died, you fucking put a ring on her finger.
did
Like,
you?
when one door
It was
closes, another
like
opens.
day after or something like that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I gotta tell you. So I
for whatever reason, and I figured out, I've had massive abandonment issues, so I'll get close and then I leave so you don't have a chance to leave me.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I spend a lot of time like isolating, whatever, and I'm very much like a lone wolf, and I just have to accept it, whatever. But I was
Buzzkill
really,
Billy over here.
Well,
Let's go.
I say that to say I
Keep
was
it
really
light.
close.
So there I am, staring at a noose, and I'm not sure what to do. But, I figured the Cheesecake Factory dates next week. I'll take Billy and Jamie out,
You're being too hard on yourself.
I've had a lot of friends who've been there for me, and I've chosen not to be in their lives, whatever. So this guy that best friend, lived with him on and off since we were like 18, whatever. Kind of we just and when you get involved in comedy, you kind of lose everyone, 'cause
everybody
just
gets
so
cut out.
focused
Yeah,
on whatever,
for
right?
sure.
So I'm living with two of our other best friends. We lived together in college. We lived together after college, right? So they're talking about his wedding, and they're like, "Oh yeah, well, the save the date is whatever. Oh, actually, the invitation, whatever." And I'm kind of listening through the weeks, and then like they're like, "Yeah, I'm getting ready for the wedding next weekend." I'm like, "Huh." So I text him. I go, "Hey man, I know our mail system's messed up sometimes. I think my invitation got lost.
It
in the
ain't messed
mail."
up, buddy. You stink.
I did not
Hey,
get
I
invited
know
to the
the
wedding,
course.
and I hit him up and go, "Hey, I think the invitation got lost in the mail."
That's
And he
like-
goes, "I didn't want to have this conversation, but it's a small wedding, and we also haven't been close." And I'm like,
I know the current state of Latin America is very up and down
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
But it's odd. I didn't
I-
receive my.
I did not take the social cue, and I had such hubris to be like, "Well, the mail's messed up.
Yeah.
Maybe they put it in another
I'm not an
box."
asshole. It could be the whole thing in Syria.
I'm not an
Who
asshole.
knows?
It's UPS. I'm not an asshole. The
my
mail's,
God.
everyone's doing emails now.
Hey,
know.
Gary.
You were like, what the So if you were an Earnhardt fan, you hated fucking Jeff Gordon.
What was Earnhardt's favorite Pink Floyd album?
Uh,
The Wall.
right, there you go. Crashing into the wall, died.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut that so my stepdad doesn't hear it. Shout out to the Intimidator.
You better be careful, bro. Ian's gonna get Dykstra in here. Fuck tune you up.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of another
We've
famous
ta-
pal
we-
of mine.
We've talked about it on Patreon. But Ian got us in a love triangle with Lenny Dykstra and his booker.
Hey, I help you out.
Talking about not taking no for an answer.
man.
Yikes.
What happened? I don't know what happened. Oh, here's
Literally,
can
there's nothing that describes Ian more than we tweeted, "Who do you want to see on the pod?" or whatever.
If I hear a pair of cleats walking through the door, I'm jumping out the window. I start smelling popcorn and hot dogs. I'm out of
Can
here.
I tell you what happened
Take
from my
me
point
up.
of view?
What?
From my point of view, you guys go, "Who do you want on the pod?" And I go, "Lenny Dykstra." And
You
people are
go.
like,
No,
"Oh,
you go,
Yeah,
Lenny
you
Dykstra.
wait." And then you
This is
go,
welcome to Fidance
and
land, by
then
the
you
way.
go, "Lenny, we're open," or something.
I was being polite.
That's
I'm a
for
public
that's for
figure.
audience because you're tagging everybody. That's for
Well,
audience
I'm
members.
thinking, hey, why
Okay,
not?
so hold on. Yeah. So I go, Lenny.
You can't win the tickets. You work for the radio station.
Yes.
I like that Ian Fidance.
Tweeted from Shmi and
And his
Fidance.
buddy Lenny.
So then it turns into, I go, "Yeah, Lenny, we'd love to if you're out there." Meanwhile, then he texts me. He texts both of us. We're getting headshots. We're in a photo shoot, and you text
Yeah,
us.
you guys are in the middle of a Boscov's photo shoot.
Olin Mills
in
don't
the
wait.
back of a Sears.
we only have the studio for another 12 minutes. We got to make it happen. I'm on Foley's shoulders,
Yeah,
back of this. A lot of
The
wood.
dog won't look at the camera.
shaking something.
God damn it, mittens.
Me and Foley are both halfway up the ladder. And then you text us, "Hey, can you talk?" I literally respond, "No," and 2 seconds later, you're calling me. "Hey, I can get him on the phone. I talked to the booker.
Hey, listen.
Maybe we could do it as a package deal. Me and Lenny." I'm
Yeah,
like,
shut the fuck.
I'm like,
Well,
"Listen,
I want to
guy."
talk to him about how he fucked me over in
So I go-
2008.
So I go, "Listen, I don't know."
Yeah, that's what we want.
Yeah.
You pissing him off in our studio.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate it, though. You getting the shit beat out of you wearing a Lenny Dykstra jersey? I could get down with that. Nails
Getting
knows how
beat
to
up-
handle himself.
Getting beat up by your hero. That's great.
So, well,
So then you turn me over to the booker. You talk to the booker. Then the booker starts calling me, texting me, and calling me, going, "I got Lenny. He's on the way. He's here."
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. All I know is I talked to the guy and he goes, "Look, yeah, I'll call him and see what he thinks. He's gonna probably ask for like $100. I gotta say,
I get 20 Lenny's here.
He goes. I gotta say he's
Get the whole
not
All-Star
well.
team here.
He goes. I gotta say he's not well. he's kind of fucked up in the head, but it'll be good, for whatever. And I go, all right, I'll talk to them, see if it's all right. Meanwhile, I don't know. He's going to you. I don't know.
I don't think
he's
you
like,
I know him through other business.
yeah. And I don't know that he's calling you and he's like, I got Lenny in a van. I got no clue
No,
about
he wasn't
that.
saying they was. It was just like.
Either way, he needs a place to wash up.
Either way, he's gonna stay at your place for a couple of days until he gets his head on straight. Until a couple of things. Hey, if anybody asks, Lenny was with you all week. Hey, he'll do it, but he needs an alibi for the 12th.
Hey, he's a good guy, but keep him away from the cold cuts.
I'm gonna bring him by and drop off some fake movie tickets. If anybody asks, you were at the cinema.
Couple of stubs. I was at the Rangers game with Dykstra.
So was he?
They were away that week.
Was
Now
he?
you're all hemmed up in federal court. Jeez, now you got to roll on Lenny. Then they put you in the same cell. Now he's pissed at you. Yikes!
Listen, for the record,
No thanks.
I love Dykstra. Shout
Love
out
ya.
to Dykstra. And I wouldn't, I don't, yeah. It was
So what
just,
happened?
What do you mean?
He came
They
in. We had a
kept
great
calling
time.
you?
What do you think happened?
No, he called me a couple of times. I just told him, I said, hey, man, we're not interested.
Yeah, we killed the phones and disappeared for a couple of weeks.
That's why you
Till
went
the
to
Lenny,
France.
till the Lenny blew over.
Hurricane Lenny coming in.
Happen.
Yeah.
All right, so as everybody knows, or if we had said here on the podcast, Ian is from Wilmington, Delaware.
That's right.
Wilmington proper?
5 minutes outside
5
of
minutes outside.
Wilmington proper, behind a shopping center.
Just a couple
where I
of
live.
basic questions. Yeah, what was the grocery store that you went to when you were a kid? What was the name?
Acme.
Acme?
Good. It's
Pretty
middle of the
classy.
road, meaty
Yep.
part of the curve.
Yep.
Acme's ain't bad.
Name of your dentist and or pediatrician when you were a kid.
Dr. Eng.
Was he also in the same shopping center?
Oh, and Dr.
was he in the Acme?
I forget what doctor
Right
I
next
had.
to the deli
I
counter?
think his name was like Dr. DeSantos or DeSanto or something.
That
but
sounds like
I-
a DJ.
I had.
Welcome back to the Dr. DeSanto
He's
show.
at that wedding you didn't get invited to.
Turns out you got chicken pox. Dude, Dr. DeSanto, I didn't
I
allergic.
like how you put the headphones on for that.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I know, it's great.
Dr. DeSanto, I had an allergic reaction to C-chlor, and my body broke out in hives, and I was almost paralyzed. I couldn't
What's
move.
that? What's
C-chlor.
It's some medication. I don't know.
okay.
But
Knocks
we took
kids
him
out
to
so
the
you can
doctor,
bang 'em in the
and-
room.
And every time I was touched, I would scream. I was in such pain. And he was like, he won't lay down. And my dad was in the room. He's like, he's in pain. Don't touch him like that. And he goes, well, he's not cooperating. And he pushed me down. And I screamed. My dad took him and pushed him up the wall. I was like, don't ever fucking touch my son
Jesus
again.
Christ.
Oh,
And then we
that's
went to the
garbage
hospital.
right there.
Yeah, I like that.
Holy
I was a
shit.
big Dykstra fan as a
Me too.
kid growing up in Philly. you
Him
know.
and Dalton,
Too.
forget about it.
I got the Dalton jersey on right now.
Shout out to Dutch.
I got a Dalton story if you want to hear it.
Okay.
God.
What are you hanging out at the locker room? What do you do?
Well, kind
How are
of.
you seeing all these guys?
I've lived a life. In 93,
Okay.
You were like 11. What are you
I
talking
was
about?
8. In 93, I went to Philly's baseball camp, right?
Make a wish.
And
You were working at a
pretty
McGurk's
much.
in Philly.
McGurk.
They came in.
You know, can I tell another thing real quick? You know, I shaved my head when I was younger. I was like maybe 8 or 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went to a Phillies game and I was right by the field, and it turned out that it was like a leukemia type thing. And they invited.
And
all
I know a
these,
good deal when I see
they,
one.
they invited all these.
I'm not going to tell them no. It's lying by omission.
When
They
they started
invited-
hooking me up to the chemotherapy machine, I got a little
I
worried.
did have an IV bag, but sure.
They invited all these kids with leukemia on the field, and they were walking by me, and they kept pushing me to go out, going, "Come on, don't be scared." And I just was like, "Okay," and I went on the field.
Ian's out
'cause
there
I had
hitting
a
dingers.
shaved
The other
head.
kids are all weak and coughing. You're running the bases and shit, tracking down fly balls.
I got to tell you, I feel great. It's the
I
best
take-
day
I
of
don't
my
know what they're
life.
putting in these peanuts. But
I take out a kid at second base.
you go in cleats up.
So anyway, 93, I'm at Phillies baseball camp. Prior to that, do you remember when the Phillies used to be able to like get down to the front throughout the innings? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you
you would
start
move
out
up
with the
there.
bad
Yeah,
seats
yeah,
and
yeah.
you end up whatever.
Yeah.
So we did
The
that.
the
and,
dirt ball dad move. That's what
yes.
that is. Yeah.
And so Dalton like struck out or he like didn't do something. This drunk guy's behind us and he's heckling, he's yelling, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, stop that. I like took up for Darren Dalton and he goes, "Hey kid, you ever get a chance, you get down to the field, ask him about his friends Jack Daniels and Jim Beam." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know what that means." So I go to Phillies baseball camp, 93. Darren Dalton shows up. He does like a clinic type thing, and then he has a question and answer session with all the kids.
Shows you how to buy a hooker.
And
Pulls his dick out.
I raise and afterwards he's doing a signing, right? So
He was like, "Holy shit, you lived!"
You look
get
good,
the-
kid.
wow, chemo works. So
We were all taking bets you were gonna.
We thought you were the link weak in the chain. Hell of an immune system on this kid, I'll tell you that.
So I raise my hand to ask a question, and they call on me, and I go, Darren, how are your friends Jim Beam and Jack Daniels? And he goes, excuse me? And I said it again. He goes, kid, where are your parents?
They left me weeks
And
ago.
I go, my mom's at home and my dad's in heaven.
Oh God.
And they stop the question and answer. He doesn't do the autograph session. And later they just hand out cards to everyone.
You were that kid. You
Yeah.
did say heaven all the time. Not. Oh, my dad passed away. He's at the North Pole with Santa.
He's up in the clouds. If we take a plane high enough, can we see him?
My mom's at work and my dad got taken to the farm.
Dude, Ian's been ruining events since he was 7. A wake of social awkwardness follows Ian around.
Woo!
Hey, Dutch, I hear you cheat on your wife. What's the deal?
Can I smell your fingers?
When did you shave your head?
This was, I'd say, summer '93.
Wait, why? What does that have to do with the chemo or with the leukemia?
No,
Because
he had it shaved.
I
and
had
it
a
just so
shaved
happened
head,
to
and
be
they thought I had
Oh.
leukemia, so they put
Okay.
me out on the
He's
field.
like a dirtbag Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
So there I am in the jail at the Veterans Stadium.
Life is like a box of chocolates, and no one's looking.
Did I
You
leave
eat
it-
them.
Did I tell you I forgot in a car?
What a scumbag.
Yeah.
We used to get a birthday clown for me that I was in love with named Bingo, and he was from Newport, Delaware, and he had an accent.
Came with a pack of
And we
Newports.
would have my birthday.
No makeup?
And watch me make this Jack Daniels disappear.
We had my birthday at the Ground Round, and he
Oh,
would come and he
my
would
God.
go, "Did you know that Ian was strong? Ian, flex your muscles."
Wait,
And I'd
the fact that
flex.
you would have a birthday party at Ground Round is 100% trash.
Yeah, who are you talking
And then
to?
you would have
Yeah.
a magician come to the restaurant?
Yes, I don't
Dude.
own this code. Someone
Imagine
gave it to
sitting
me.
there trying to enjoy your buffet
And
at the
somebody's
Ground Round.
somebody's going, is this your card?
Here comes Sleezo the clown.
Someone's pulling a fucking rabbit out of a hat, thumb in your ass, magic trick in front of your parents. Here's a trick. I'm going to touch your little boy dick and your parents aren't going to know. All right, thanks, Bingo.
I'm going to make your innocence disappear.
No wonder you're my favorite.
You guys know how to create a lawsuit? Let me show you.
This trick lasts years. It's called latent memories. You'll be watching a movie and one day you'll cry.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit, we got.
It's like fucking, you smoke them to the butt.
Also, for
It's
the
like me with
listener,
a chick. You go all the way to the butt.
Jesus, and a guy. For the listener.
I don't like eating guys' asses.
Oh, okay, great. Moving on. Foley, tell me more about this checking account, will you?
Oh, so I go in there.
TD,
all right?
back it up. Mayday, mayday.
I go in there. I got
Land
all my
the-
stuff with me.
Land the plane.
There's no way I'm
Foley.
carrying this stuff back to the apartment. And I go to use it, and it says enter your fucking checking account number. I don't have a checking account number. So I go over, I wait in line.
All right, okay, all right. Hey, here we are. Thanks for tuning in to Are You Garbage,
God.
folks.